crazy. All right, everybody, my next guest co-stars with Eddie Murphy in the movie Daddy Daycare. He's also one of the stars of the hit HBO series Curb Your Enthusiasm. Please welcome the very funny Jeff Garlin. Now,
wait, hold on.
Yes, yes.
He was talking about golf tournaments, and I thought of this horrible thing that happened. We've only done one celebrity golf tournament thing, and it was sponsored by Krispy Kreme Donut. And I'm not going where you think I'm going.
Yeah.
And every single hole, they had donuts, every one. And I'm like, no, I can't do it. I got to lose weight. I cannot do it. So hole number 18, I go, all right, I'll have one. I open my mouth, the donut's on its way in. A bee flies in my mouth and stings me right there. It was a message from God. Don't be fat.
Yeah. That is not true.
And I have not played in a golf tournament since, and I won't.
Yeah. Right. Have you had a Krispy Kreme donut since?
Many.
Yeah, all right. Now, you and I go way back.
We go way back.
Way back to the old days. We were roommates in Chicago back in the late 1950s. And
when you were working for the Dumont Network.
That's right, yeah. Hiya, kids. How was your family, first of all? How was everybody?
My wife is great. My kids are great. Well, you're married. How long are you married for now?
Let's see. I've been married, I don't know, like a year and a half.
You made it through the first year. You know that...
I don't think wives like it that much when you go, whoa, made it through the first year.
No, but... Well,
that was close.
People do say the first year is the toughest. I say the last year is. That's just me.
That's the one that...
Yeah.
I have to remember that.
Yeah.
Now, you make fun of yourself, but I think you look good. I feel like you've lost some weight.
I have lost. I've lost about 35 pounds.
Good for you. Terrific.
Thank you.
Oh, so many people are applauding, and it's an infomercial.
Yeah, it's an infomercial. Conan, that's why I brought these.
Oh, it looks relatively inexpensive. What is it, Jeff?
$69.99, but that lasts you a week. Well, first off, I can't lose too much weight because I have a huge head, and I don't want to frighten people.
That's actually a good point.
No, it is a very good point, because if I lose too much weight, you see, I just saw Jeff Garlin's head walking down the street, and it frightened our family.
Do you think you would lose the weight in the head, too, or do you think...
Some, but I think mostly this festival.
Right.
You know, I don't anticipate losing. Just be a giant head walking down the street. And, you know, food is the only dysfunction that's unattractive.
Is that true?
Well, if you do drugs or you drink, women still want to be with you. You never say a woman saying, see that guy eating the cheeseburger? I must have him.
Yeah.
You know?
It's true. Women think those things are sexy. Like, oh, he's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy.
I got to be with that guy.
There's no fat bad boys, my friend. There are no fat bad boys. And, you know, I tell you what,
that's a good title for a movie. We should all get that movie together.
There's
fat
no
bad boy.
Fat bad boy.
Yeah.
Luke Wilson is a normal-sized man in the world of fat bad boys.
Yeah. We're going to put this together. I don't want someone else writing this.
I know. Hey, we came up with it on the air, my friend.
That's true.
No one can take credit. You know?
Yeah, I'm sure there are people out there.
I'd be a lot thinner, I tell you what, if you had to go, like, to the ghetto to score, like, cupcakes and stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Can you see like a group of fat guys over a mirror with donuts? You know?
It would.
The band like that one.
Yeah. The band's happy.
Yeah.
And if the band's happy, I'm happy.
You know,
yes?
I could actually tonight, if I wanted to, go out and get ho-hos, but I couldn't get a hoe. So what they should do is, you know, legalize prostitution, but make ho-hos illegal.
Yes.
I'd be much thinner and happier, you know. I, of course, would be broke.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be married.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a good thing.
Last year is not a good thing.
No, it's not.
Now, let's talk about Daddy Daycare, because that was a big success. Did your kids must have loved that movie.
My 7-year-old loved it. I took him to the premiere. He loved it. The 3-year-old, I didn't know how he'd react, so I didn't take him to the premiere. I took him on my own, the opening weekend. And literally, as the opening credits are rolling, he says, let's get out of here. I go, but Daddy's in the movie. I know. Well, he thinks the coming attractions of the movie, you know.
Right.
So I'm walking out of my own movie, you know. It'd be funny if I would have looked at everyone, this sucks! Look at them, they're horrible!
So and then when he got outside, he was...
He wanted to go right back in. He goes, let's go back in. We go back in for 2 minutes. Let's get out of here. You know, boom.
I love how I guess their attention span when they're that young is just so minuscule that it must be like...
still like that, so it works out perfectly.
So you get along
with my kids perfectly.
Now, I want to ask you about something. I actually read about this, and I haven't talked to you about it personally.
What's that?
But I've read about it. I read that you had some kind of feud with Julia Roberts. And I think there's no better time to get this out in the open
than the Conan O'Brien show.
Exactly.
By God, that is the time. No, I did this movie with her called Full Frontal, and she wasn't nice to me. That's all I'm saying, okay? Initially. And...
You realize you're going to have to give us more.
No, well, hold on. Well, I'm telling you how it got in the press, which is so bizarre to me. This is like the weirdest thing ever. Not ever. Boy, I can exaggerate.
Yeah. There have been some other pretty weird things.
Very weird things. Like that lullaby thing.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing ever. Yeah.
No, I go on a radio show. I did an appearance in Boston, a stand-up appearance, and so I did some radio, and one of the DJs on one of the shows didn't know what Curb Your Enthusiasm was. Where's he been hiding? All right, so...
I like how Luke's not even looking at you.
I know. He's watching me on the monitor. He's watching the show right there.
No, he's still here, buddy.
I'm right here, Luke. How are you?
Now there's a famous feud.
No. We actually did a movie together.
Oh, you guys aren't going to feud because you've done a movie together.
We did a movie together which sucked and is never coming out.
It's so good, we're holding on to it for another 5 years.
Forever, you know.
Right.
You know. No, so I do this radio. The guy doesn't know, I'll make it very fast. Guy doesn't know Curb Your Enthusiasm. So he goes, oh, you're in Full Frontal. What was it like working with Julia Roberts? Idiot boy goes ahead and says some bad things about Julia Roberts.
Just basically says she wasn't that nice to me, yeah.
No, I say worse than that. But right now I'll just say she's not nice to me. If she doesn't like it, tough. And anyhow... So I figure, all right, I felt bad saying something bad. The next day, it's in the Boston Globe. Picture of her, picture of me, okay? So I feel horrible, but I figure it'll go away. The next week, my manager calls me. It's in the New York Daily News. And I'm like going, oh, man, this is horrible. So I still figure it's going to go away. That Friday, CNN's Hollywood Minute. Video of me, it had to be, if I'm on CNN's Hollywood Minute, it's the slowest day of celebrity news in the history of mankind.
They're probably holding on to it to see if anything else happened, and then, nope, bring out that tape. Stick it in and go. There was dust on it.
You're very funny, I know.
Thanks,
I always...
Thanks, buddy.
My pleasure, always been funny.
Yeah. So it all worked out, though.
It all worked out, and Julia Roberts and I make love every Tuesday.
What a happy ending to that story.
Yes.
Daddy Daycare, of course, is in theaters, and the first 3 seasons of Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is one of the funniest shows ever, are now airing every Monday night on HBO.
Yes.
Jeff, thanks so much for coming by.
A pleasure, my friend. Thank you.
To have you. Jeff Garlin. We'll be right back with Solomon Burke. See you in a second. That was great. That was great.